Hello everyone, it's Shanna. So glad you're here today. Now today we're going to be using this stencil, which is called Pages of a Book Stencil. And this, we're going to make our second card with our Pink and Main Crafty Courtyard kit that I received for the first time. So I'm just going to get my stencil out and I'm going to bring in my little scrapbook.com sticky mat, and I'm going to bring in a piece of 100-pound Hammermill cardstock. Actually, no, I'm not. This is the white cardstock that was contained within the kit. You got 2 sheets of 100-pound white cardstock, and it was pretty smooth. So that's what I'm using. And I'm just going to get my stencil laid down on my glass mat, and I'm just bringing in my pink pixie tape so it won't move on me. I am just going to bring in one color, my Prized Ribbon Distress Oxide ink. And it'll be just the single color, and I'll just get my blending brush inked up, and I'm just going to go across this. And there will be some variations of color just depending on how heavy-handed I am in one area and then however light-handed I am in the other. Now I did find with this, because the stencil goes in different directions, that if it's going up and down, it seemed to work better if I went up and down with it, and then if it was diagonal, I would go diagonal, and that just helped me not to kind of lift or bend my little stencil pieces. So that just seemed to work out better for me with this particular stencil. And I'm just going to get this all covered, and we'll use this for one of the panels for my card. You can see quite a bit of variation in color when you're looking at it. There's some areas where I, got quite a bit more ink on, and then some that are lighter. And then now I'm just going back over it trying to fill in any spaces that look white. So I think it turned out pretty nice. I liked it. It's an interesting pattern, and I think it'll look nice on this card that I'm going to build. Now what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the sketch 2 that is on the contents page. On the back of the contents page, they give you 4 sketches. My last card, I did 1, and this one I'm going to do card sketch 2. And I'm using some of that barbershop paper that was included in the kit. And I did die cut the center out so that I can make the paper go further. And the die cut out of the center is going to be one of my other panels that I'm going to be bringing back in. So the other panels that I'm going to bring back in are going to be the back side of the panels that were remaining from the card that I made yesterday. So the remnants of yesterday's card, I'm going to flip over and use as panels on this card, just so that I can be very thrifty and get the most use out of this kit. I really like the pattern paper, and I want to really use it to the fullest. So I'm just going to get this laid down on my card base, just following the sketch fairly closely with this part of it. And I've just got a little edge on there. And I did trim that down just a little bit. And now I'm going to bring just a piece of white Hammermill paper in to frame my blue panel. And this blue panel is what I cut from the center of the bottom layer. I just used some A2 Matting Basics and just cut that panel out so I'd have a good square on there. And this is just following the card design right here. And then it calls for a circle that you bring in. It also calls for a banner strip, and the design that I'm using, I decided not to use the banner strip as it is shown on the card. Now this is, you can see this is the color of the back side was what I used on yesterday's card. And then I'm just going to use it. Now this is where I bring that banner in, and I cut it down significantly. It was like a 4.5 inch banner, and I just cut it down, and I'm just going to use it there. And then I did stamp out all of my stamps in my last video. I had laid all of the stamps from the stamp set down and just stamped them all out, and I'm just going to be bringing them back in. Now this is the gal reading the book, and I had thought about coloring it, and I really enjoyed coloring my stamps yesterday, but today I just liked the crisp look of the black and the white, and so I decided I'm going to just lay it on there black and white. I think it'll look really good with these colors, and so that's what I did. I kept looking at it thinking maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, but ultimately I thought I like the look of this black and white. So I just laid it on there. It's super clean, super crisp. And then I did the same thing with a sentiment, just a note to say hello, and I'm just going to pop it up and get it laid down, and we've made a pretty easy card here. And before taking my final picture, I added 3 blue embellishments to it, and I think it just really finished off the card. So I think it's a really clean card. I really like it. I hope you do too. If you do, consider giving me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I really appreciate your time. Take care. Bye-bye.